Laura.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elisa Moet, and I'm the CEO of Traveluia, and I'm here today at the site of Capernaum with one of the most fabulous tour guides, Laura Ilan, and Laura lives in Amnun, which is almost next to Capernaum, happens to be my amazing neighbor, and she is going to be giving us a tour of this very important site, a site that's important to Jews and Christians, and we're going to learn why.
And as you can see, we can see here Capernaum, the town of Jesus. In Hebrew, Kfar Nahum, the village of comfort. So this is not only, we live 5 minutes from here, and it's not only our home, but also Jesus decided this will be his hometown in the 3 years of ministry that he was here around the Sea of Galilee. So after he leaves Nazareth, it says, and came down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and taught them on the Sabbath days. So let's go in. So we can see here a statue of Peter, and he's holding keys. Those keys he was given by Jesus when they were in Caesarea Philippi. And the other thing we can see is Peter holding the shepherd's rod when he was given that by Jesus after the resurrection, when he accepted him and says he loved him for the third time. We are heading now towards this modern Catholic church that is built on top of what is or what was the house of Peter's mother-in-law. And we are looking again at a modern church that is in an octagonal shape, again symbolizing the 8 Beatitudes.
What are we looking at down here?
Okay, so the church was especially constructed in a way it's floating just above all the ruins from the first century. So what we know is that Peter's mother-in-law lived here. This is a place where Jesus conducted his miracle. She was sick, she had fever, and then he touched her, and in a moment she was fine and she could serve them. Later on, there were many miracles in Capernaum, and after a few years, after Jesus wasn't with us anymore, this place it's called Insula Sacra. It's actually like the first church. People came here, people gathered, they prayed together, and we have a few layers, not only from the first century, but also from the 4th and the 5th century. We are here in the synagogue, the old synagogue, dated to the 5th century, but believed to be also, of course, on the 1st century synagogue. This is where Jesus came. Was a very big village.
It was a fishing village, right?
It was a fishing village like many other villages here. And again, this was a crossroad. It was a border that people could go from one place to another. We had here Matthew. He was, before becoming a disciple, he was a tax collector just here in Capernaum. And Jesus came when he was starting visiting the different villages and people were starting following him. He came to Simon, Peter, and his brother Andre and told them, instead of casting your nets for fish, come with me and I will make you Fish, no,
Fisher of men, right?
fisher of men, exactly.